Hi YouTube, welcome to Shimmer Girl Talks. While I wait to go into work, I said let me do a quick video. And I already spoke briefly about Tia Mowry. And if you've been watching her, I follow her on Instagram. I like the young lady, but and she did what was best for her life. But when she said something about she graduated from her marriage and her marriage wasn't a failure, that was a load of crap. That's just something that she's telling herself to feel better about the decision that she made. She tore her own house down. Now, obviously, don't know what happened in her marriage. Anyone who's married know that marriage is work. It can become boring and mundane and, all kinds of things. But you don't throw in the towel, especially out of boredom, you know. And I was talking to a former acquaintance of mine who's in her 50s. She's never been married. She's got children. And when the whole Tia Mowry situation first came out, I mean, this hit like a lot of, you know, black women who grew up watching, well, not really grew up watching, the twins, Tia and Tamara. I got about 10 years on them, but I did used to watch Sister Sister. And, they were two cute, half black little girls, and they were entertaining, But anyway, so I was talking to a former acquaintance of mine. And so we were talking about Tia Mowry. And the first thing out the acquaintance's mouth was good. And I said, wait a minute, why are you saying good? Now, this person is desperate for marriage. She waxes and wanes about wanting marriage because in her 50s, I mean, I was trying to encourage her. I was trying to get her to watch Kevin Samuels. I did not want to be as blunt with her as I could have. And she's also a Christian woman. So I was also encouraging her in that regard. I said, if God wants you to have a husband, I'm going off on a tangent. If he wants you to have a husband, it'll happen. And now I'm thinking that I might have been giving her like false hope or whatever, because in her 50s, two baby daddies, you didn't really try to require marriage, back when you were younger. But that's all besides the point. But the reason I brought her up was, and I've mentioned it in another video, so many black women are just not marriage material. And if you look at a lot of the comments under Tia Mowry's when, she's dancing and, she's either drinking her wine or she's dancing or she's half dressed, you have so many black women in the comments, yes, girl, yes, sister, yes, get it, blah, blah, blah. Why are you celebrating the downfall of this woman's marriage? Why are you celebrating her walking away from her marriage? And I strongly believe she's going to eventually regret it because she's going to get out here and see. And this is what happens with particularly black women that I see divorce their husbands. They think it's going to be another man that's either comparable to her husband as she left or better than the husband as she left. And then 10, 15, 20 years later, she's still single because they, whoever, have not been able to find another man that was worthy enough of marriage or wanted to marry them. So Tia saying that she graduated from her marriage and the audience just eating it up. Understand, young ladies, young men, that was a crock of bull. Her marriage, you graduate from high school. You graduate from college. You don't graduate from your marriage. You, as a woman, destroying your marriage, you didn't mention abuse or infidelity. Your marriage was a failure, and you failed it. And I know that is probably triggering because, especially in our community, we want to place everything on the man. Not saying that men are not to be blamed or whatever, because, they're part of the problem too. But sometimes as a wife, if you want to keep your marriage intact, You have to be a little bit long suffering. You have to, go to your husband different ways, if you want to see a change or whatever. I really can't explain it. And I know no matter what I say, particularly for some women, the anti-marriage sentiment, the anti-black man sentiment is so strong within our community. Nothing anyone can say is going to register. But this is why I try to talk to the younger women, the ones that want marriage. I'm talking to the ones of you that want marriage. You have to learn to ignore the negativity about marriage, because what's happening in someone else's marriage doesn't necessarily have to happen in yours. Is something going to happen in your marriage? Most likely, yes. Things happen in life, But again, for Tia, and I know I'm late on this, but for Tia to say that she graduated from her marriage, it was ridiculous. And then I just saw a Instagram video of her being all sultry and sexy or whatever, half dressed, half her thigh, half her butt out and stuff. She's looking for something that may or may not be out there. And as I said in another video, given how she looks, she for 44 or however old she is, she's still hot, as a man would say. She's still a very attractive woman. But that doesn't necessarily mean she's going to get a high caliber man at this point. Now, she runs in a different crowd. Anything is possible. I still say she's going to regret leaving her husband, but that's my opinion, But if you made it this far, please like, subscribe, share. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate the subscribers that I have. Thank you so much for dropping in, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.